Hey guys, we're back with our final video in the KDA cosplay series, and in this video we're going to show you guys how to make Seraphine's wig. This tutorial can work for both her blue and pink wig variants, and it can be used for any other characters with tied up hair. Thanks again to Riot Games for sponsoring all these tutorial videos. We hope you guys have enjoyed the KDA series. Now let's get to some wig styling. To make the ponytail wig, you'll need a wig for the base and a wig for the ponytail. For our base wig, we're using a Viktor in pure white from Arda wigs. These wigs are designed to be pulled back into a ponytail, with the wefts on the edge facing upwards to hide the mesh. The wig also has a lace front for a natural looking hairline. We're also using a Delilah from Arda so that we can have a super long ponytail. And to help make the ponytail thicker, you will also need batting. To dye synthetic heat-resistant wigs, you can use RIT synthetic dye. Boil a pot of water and then let it simmer. You can then add in your dye. Use a small piece cut from the wig to test the color of the dye. This will let you know how long you need to leave the wig in the pot for and if the color is strong enough. Once you are happy with your test piece, you can then submerge your wig in the pot. Move the wig around gently in the pot, trying not to tangle the hair too much. When you're happy with the color, you can remove the wig from the pot and wash off the excess dye in a stainless steel sink. Repeat this process on the wig for your ponytail. Now you'll need to dye the ends of the Seraphine wig purple. So get a new pot of boiling water and add in your purple dye. Then you can take your wig and carefully dip the ends into the pot. Leave the lower ends of the wig submerged for longer to get a stronger color and create a gradient effect. You will also need to dye your batting to match the color of your wigs. You can do this with the same kind of RIT dye. After the dyeing, your wigs may look a little distressed. Don't panic, this can be fixed. Place your wig on a wig stand and then dry the hair with a hairdryer. You can then start to gently comb and untangle the wig, starting from the bottom and moving upwards. The hairdryer will also help relax and smooth the fibers. After that, you can use a flat iron to straighten and smooth the rest of the wig fibers. Repeat this process on your other wig for the ponytail. Now your wigs are silky and smooth again. Next, you'll need to customize your wig head so your ponytail will fit you. Start by putting on your wig cap. Then you can wrap your head in cling wrap and duct tape to make a form for your head. Draw around your hairline and your ears. Then you can remove the entire tape form from your head. Place the tape form onto your wig head. You can then stuff the inside with batting to fill the tape pattern if your wig head is too small. To get your ponytail to stay upright, you'll need to create a frame inside your wig. Cut a piece of PVC pipe long enough to go inside the base of your ponytail. Next, you will need a piece of Warbler. Heat up the thermoplastic with a heat gun. Then fold and stick the Warbler together to double it up. Now you can cut out 2 strips of Warbler about 2 centimeters wide. Heat up the pieces and press them together to form a cross. While the Warbler is still warm, you can place it on the back of your wig head to cool and form into shape. Take the rest of the Warbler scraps and press them around the bottom of the PVC pipe. Then you can heat the end up and press this pipe onto the Warbler cross you made. This is the base frame for the ponytail. To help keep the bottom of the wig in place, you will need to add a small wire frame. For this, you can use 8-gauge aluminium wire. Form the wire around the bottom of your wig head following the hairline. You can then attach the wire to the sides of the Warbler frame with more Warbler. Now you can insert the frame into the wig. Cut a small hole in the crown of your wig for the pipe to fit through. Then you can sew or hot glue the wire into the bottom hairline of the wig. The Arda lace front wigs come with small clips in them. If your wig doesn't have these clips, you can sew some in now. These clips will help keep the wig on your head. Take your wig and place it on your wig head. Pin the hairline into place securely. Section off the hair you will be using for your fringe and keep it aside with a clip. You can then trim the rest of the hair on the wig shorter so it's easier to work with. Just make sure it will still reach the top of your PVC pipe. If your wig is still too thick inside, you can cut more of the interior hair shorter. This will make the tied up ponytail less bulky. Now you can start to style it into an updo. Heat up the wig fibers using a steamer and comb them towards the PVC pipe until all the short hairs are flat and smooth. Now you will need to work in layers from the inside of the wig outwards. Take the next layer of wefts and comb and pull them up towards the PVC pipe. Then use a steamer to heat up the roots and help set the direction of the hair. Spray the hair with hairspray and use a hairdryer to set it in place. After that, you can hot glue the hair to the PVC pipe and trim off the long ends. Continue to repeat this process, working in sections around the wig and going layer by layer. This process does take a long time. Just keep working slowly and methodically and it will start to come together. When you get to the final layer, use a hairband to help keep the pieces in place while you use a steamer, hairdryer and hairspray to set the wig fibers into position. Then use hot glue to cover the end of the ponytail to make sure no hairs come loose. Now the pulled back section of the wig is done. Next, you can style the bangs. Start by trimming and thinning the ends of the fringe. To give the fringe volume, you will need to tease and backcomb the hair. If it looks like a mess, you're doing it right. Then you can brush out the teased hair. This will make it fluffy and frizzy. Now that the hair has volume, you can position and style it. To create the poofy shape in the fringe, tease the inner layers of the hair at the roots and use hairspray to set them in place. Then you can work in layers and comb the outer hair over the teased bits to hide them. Set these in place with even more hairspray. The last step is to make the ponytail. To make the base, you'll need foam insulation board. Draw the shape of the ponytail base onto the board, then cut it out with a craft knife. You'll need to cut out 4 pieces in total. Cut out a section from 2 of the foam pieces big enough for the pipe on the base of your wig to fit inside. Then you can glue the pieces together with hot glue. Using a craft knife, you can then carve into the foam shape to round out the edges. Take the batting you dyed earlier and hot glue it to the end of the foam shape. Then take your long wig and remove the wefts from the elastic inside. Once your wefts are cut out, you can begin to hot glue them into place. Work in layers towards the end of the foam shape. Once your ponytail is covered in hair, you can then hot glue it into place on your base wig. To help take some of the weight off the wig, you can thin some of the layers inside. Then tease and backcomb the inner layers of the wig to help add volume and hide the batting. After that, you can brush and comb the outer layers of hair over the teased sections and use a hairdryer and hairspray to secure them. As a final touch, you can airbrush around the base of the ponytail and the roots to give it more dimension. To cover the seam between the ponytail and the wig, you can make a fake hairband. Glue fabric onto a piece of EVA foam. Then you can glue this around the ponytail. Now your Seraphine wig is complete.